What is going on, everyone? Leon checking in, and we're at it again with another video. Today we're here to unbox and set up the Google Pixel Buds. Personally, I'm excited about these because they have a modern look and a futuristic user interface. Now, this video is the first in a series of videos about the Google Pixel Buds. The goal of this series is to provide continuous information through real-world usage. All things said, let's go ahead and get into it. So here we are with the unboxing. The lid of the box just slides right off. Then we're gonna have the Pixel Buds charging case. Within the charging case, we're gonna have the Pixel Buds. Next, we're gonna have some extra ear tip sizes. These will be small and large. Next, we're gonna have a USB-A to USB-C charge cable. And then we're gonna have some instructions. So first thing we wanna talk about is the charging case, which is nice to hold. It's very light. I believe this was designed after a stone, and it definitely has a stone feel to it. Now, the case is really cool to open. Kind of reminds me of a cigarette lighter. You just flip it open and that gives you quick access to the earbuds. Now, once the lid is flipped open, we have two LEDs on the case itself. The LED between the Pixel Buds is for the charge parent status of the earbuds themselves. And then the LED towards the bottom of the case is for the case charge. Now, the case features a USB-C port on its base, and that's so that the case can be charged with a cable, but this case can also be charged wirelessly. On the back of the case is a pairing button for devices that don't support automatic pairing. Now let's talk about the Pixel Buds. Just like other earbuds that come in a case, each earbud here is secured with a magnet, which means that it won't fall out easily. Now, this is also important because it gives the Pixel Buds a secure connection with the charge contacts in the charge case. The Pixel Bud has a Skittle-shaped design to it and is otherwise minimalist with the G logo on it. Now, the Pixel Buds are available in 4 color options, although clearly white is the only option currently in stock. The earbuds are sweat and water resistant and fit well because of the 3-point anchor system. So if we take a closer look here, you'll see that we have a stabilizer arc. It's a little squishy, it's flexible, which is good. It's not going to irritate the ear. And then we have what Google calls the retention curve, and that's just this part right here. And then next we have that squishy ear tip, which is going to help with comfort as well. Now, these earbuds also feature what Google calls a spatial vent. That's this little port right here. So this little port just helps to reduce the feeling of ear pressure and allows the user to hear their surroundings. The earbuds also feature what Google calls adaptive sound, which is technology that changes the volume of the earbuds dependent on your surroundings. Now, this feature is turned off by default in the Pixel Buds app, but we'll go over how to enable this and see how it affects battery life in a future video. Next, we have pairing for Google Pixel devices in Android version 6 or higher. To start, make sure your phone is unlocked and Bluetooth is enabled. Next, open the Pixel Buds case while leaving the earbuds in the case. Now you can see we have that white LED pulsating, and that means we've entered pairing mode. Now you should also get a pairing notification on your Android device. Simply click on the pairing notification and pairing will be completed. Once pairing is complete, you should have a solid LED. For me, pairing took about 10 to 20 seconds and felt automatic. Now the Pixel Buds can also be paired to other devices. Again, simply open up the case while leaving the Pixel Buds in the case. On the back of the case, we're going to have that pairing button. We're going to press and hold that. Now again, that's going to cause the top LED to pulsate, and that means we've entered pairing mode. Now go to Bluetooth settings on your device and make sure Bluetooth is enabled. Then simply look for Google Pixel Buds and tap connect. Once the Pixel Buds are paired, we receive a charge notification for the Pixel Buds case and the Pixel Buds themselves whenever the case lid is opened. This is very automatic and useful, and I like that. Now let's go ahead and place the Pixel Buds in our ear. Now again, there are some cool things going on here that I think techie people like us will appreciate. So when you pull out an earbud and you put it into your ear, you get an audible notification. Now, it's one of those things where the alert has a sci-fi tone to it, and it's not very loud, so if you're not paying attention, you might miss it. But this is one of those little quirks where it didn't need to be there, but techie people like us will just giggle over it. It's just something cool that was added, just a neat little thing that just adds to the experience. It makes the earbuds feel a little more futuristic. So as you can see, I have the Pixel Buds installed and they fit very well. Not only do they fit well, they also have a fashionable quality to them. So when I look at these in my ear, they kind of remind me of earrings, or for those of you who have earplugs, they look like those too. And I think they just blend in. They also don't stick out too much from the ear themselves. So again, it just flows. It kind of feels feels like it's part of you and you don't have any weird stems sticking out. Now, one of the cool things about the Pixel Buds is that they have a touch user interface. Now, there is a slight learning curve, and that's only because you have to have good coordination between your finger and where it needs to be placed on the Pixel Bud. So for starters, one tap is used to pause or play music or answer a call. Then we have the double tap, which is used to access the next music track, end or reject calls, or stop the Google Assistant. And then we have a triple tap, which allows us to access the previous track. Then we have volume control, which is a little bit harder to learn because you have to apply the correct amount of pressure so that your finger slides over the earbud. And you also have to have that coordination again to get your finger in the right spot. So swiping forward is going to increase the volume of the earbud, and that'll eventually get to a max volume, which is actually really loud. Now, if you want to decrease the volume, you're going to swipe rearward on the Pixel Bud, and that's going to decrease the volume until the earbud eventually mutes. Now, an interesting thing to note is that the Pixel Bud volume can be controlled through your smartphone, but with limited functionality. And that's because volume control is also controlled independently on the Pixel Buds themselves. Now, this might not sound that important, but when I first got the Pixel Buds, I thought they weren't loud enough for me. And that's because I had the volume all the way up on my phone, but the Pixel Buds themselves weren't all the way up because I didn't know that you could control the volume independently. So once I did a few forward swipes on the Pixel Buds, I realized that the Pixel Buds actually did get pretty loud and they did fit my taste. Moving on, if you're listening to any content, removing a Pixel Bud simply pauses that content. Again, it's very automatic, which feels futuristic. Placing the earbud back into your ear resumes the content. Now, there are also features for notifications, Google Assistant, and real-time in-ear translation, which we'll go over in future videos. Now, let's talk about charge and charging. Now, Google rates the Pixel Buds at about 5 hours runtime. To charge the Pixel Buds, simply place them in the case. When placed in the case, your smartphone receives a notification with charge percentage for the earbuds and the case. Again, I like this because it feels very automatic and informative, making it feel futuristic. Now, the case is rated by Google to give the Pixel Buds 24 hours of listening time. To charge the case, simply use the supplied USB-C cable or place the case on a wireless charger. Now, we'll be talking more about charge performance in a follow-up video. Now, let's talk about finding the Pixel Buds. Now, we can find the Pixel Buds using Find My Device. Now, this feature actually isn't in the Find My Device app on Android. It's actually in the settings of the Pixel Buds on your Android device. Now, in order to find the earbuds using Find My Device, we're going to open up the settings and then we're going to look for the Pixel Buds. Now, to the right of the Pixel Buds will be a blue gear icon. We're going to tap on that. Now, here we have all the settings for the Pixel Buds, and we're going to scroll down until we see Find My Device, and then we're going to tap on that. Now, here we have the Pixel Buds, and the way we're going to find them is by ringing them. Now, this feature can be done individually for each earbud. So we're going to try this for the right earbud. We're going to click on Ring Right. So this is going to start ringing the right earbud, and you should hear it get louder and louder until you're able to find it. Now, once you've found the earbud, you can click on Mute Right. That will stop the ringing for that earbud. Now, we'll go over this feature more in a follow-up video. So, final thoughts. I have to say, I really like the Pixel Buds. Now, these fit very well in the ear and they look very fashionable. Again, they remind me of earrings or earplugs. I think the most complicated thing about the Pixel Buds is that touch interface. Now, that's not the Pixel Buds' fault. There's a learning curve. Again, you have to have what I call proper finger to earbud coordination. So it's a game about getting your finger to land on that Pixel Bud. Now, as for the toughest touch function for me to learn, that would be the volume control. Now, volume control is a little more special because it requires having just the right amount of pressure so you can actually slide over the Pixel Bud. If you apply too much pressure, your finger will just get stuck on the Pixel Bud. It'll just feel a lot of resistance and it'll fail to drag over the Pixel Bud. Now, if you get too afraid of applying too much pressure, you'll never touch the Pixel Bud and you'll never change the volume. So again, there's some learning curves here, but I feel like it's manageable with time. Now once you get better at the controls, everything works very smoothly. Now there's something cool about doing all the controls through a touch interface and not having to pull out your smartphone. And then there's pairing. Pairing works really well. Now with Bluetooth devices, we do have issues that are normal. Now with the Pixel Buds, I had one instance where one of the earbuds lost connection with my smartphone. So what I had to do was I had to forget the Pixel Buds altogether. Now once I forgot them, I tried to get into automatic pairing again, but that failed to work. Now there is something interesting about this whole setup. When they fail to pair automatically, you actually have to reset the charging case. Now this isn't something that's complicated to do, but it's just something weird that you wouldn't think about. Now once I reset the charging case, the Pixel Buds paired automatically again. Now I'll be making a more in-depth video about this feature. Now I just want to throw in, I'm a big fan of Google Stadia. That being said, you can pair these with your Stadia smartphone setup. So that is pretty much it for today's video. If you enjoyed it and found it useful, please leave a like. If you have any questions or comments, as always, drop those down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Now there are 3 ways you can support the channel. The first way is to click on the Amazon storefront link in the description below. There you'll find items that I have bought or I would like to buy, and anything that you do buy from the storefront does support the channel. The next way you can support the channel is just by sharing this video with someone who might enjoy it or find it useful. And the next way you can support the channel is just by clicking that subscribe button. Now liking and subscribing are important. Those are your ways to vote on whether you like the video or the channel. Liking and subscribing are also important for new viewers. When new viewers see lots of likes and subscribers, they're going to think that the videos are helpful and the channel is worth watching. So that is pretty much it. And until next time, Leon checking out.